Are your team struggling to hit your salon targets? Do you feel like they're not motivated or maybe even confused by the targets that you have set them? Even though you feel as though you've gone over it with them 1,000 times and they are still not quite getting it. Maybe you haven't even set them targets because you're so confused and overwhelmed of where to even start with setting your staff targets. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies to troubleshoot if your team are struggling to hit their target. Welcome to Salon Boss TV, where you can find the best business advice, tips and ideas of how to grow your salon business. Make sure that you hit the bell and subscribe so that you get notified when we drop a new video every Monday. So in this video today, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies to troubleshoot when your team are not hitting their targets. These are the exact strategies that I teach my clients, and now you can implement them today in your salon. Okay, so step 1. Step 1 is making sure that if you already have a current target, that you are breaking it down into really tiny bite-sized pieces. So maybe at the moment you only give your team a monthly target. Okay, for some people a monthly target can be really overwhelming, and for some people with a lack of a money mindset, a big figure in one lump sum can feel very overwhelming, and it can kind of put them off before they've even started the beginning of the month. It can feel like such a big hurdle that they mentally feel like they're already defeated and they're already not going to achieve it. So the best thing you can do is to then break that down into small baby bite-sized steps, okay? So if you currently have a monthly target, try to then break that down into a weekly target, a daily target, an hourly target, so that they can see it as really small steps and they can just inch towards that goal every hour, every day, every week, every month. So make sure you're really stripping it down and you're taking it back into the smallest pieces that you can. When you're breaking down the target, you also need to make sure that you're checking your prices. What do I mean by this? Let me give you an example. If you break down the target into an hour and you discover that they need to make £60 an hour, but their cut and finish price or massage or facial price is only £30 for that hour, they're going to really struggle to hit that target. And what that means is that they're not hitting their target because your prices were out. So you've actually set them up to fail before they've even ever began. You want to kind of roughly have their hourly target as their cut and finish price. Yes, they can upsell treatments and products and all these other things, but if you've got too much of a jump, you've already made it impossible for them. So when you are setting targets, you need to make sure that you are breaking it down into an hourly figure that is doable for them to hit. So make sure if you've set a monthly, you then break it down to hourly and make sure that it is totally doable for them. So you need to run your numbers, and this is why it's so key to know your numbers. You need to know your numbers inside out and upside down and reverse engineer everything that you do in your business, because sometimes we just throw out a target and we don't even realise that we've actually made it completely impossible for this person to ever hit that figure. So make sure you are reverse engineering it and that you're setting it up in a way that is going to really help that person be successful. Step number 2 is utilisation. Now, this may seem really simple, but if that staff member is not busy, if they are not utilised, they're not going to hit commission. So you need to make sure that you're running your salon software reports and that you are monitoring and measuring their utilisation every single week, and that they are understanding and taking full control of their utilisation too. So unless they are 80–85% utilised, they're probably not going to hit target because they are just simply not busy enough. So this is where they need to focus on growing their column. You need to help them focus on how to market themselves, how to focus on rebooking, how to focus on them driving their column and driving their business forward within your business. The other part of utilisation is making sure that they're working to commercial time. If they are stretching down appointments and they are taking a really long service time, or adding time on but not charging for it, again, their utilisation will be high, but they're not working to commercial time, so they're not actually charging for that extra time. So I want to share with you a story. One of our clients had this exact problem, and one of her team members was super busy, always 85–90% utilised, but not hitting target. So we started to do a little bit of an investigation to see what was going on. We knew that the prices were correct, so it wasn't that the target was not achievable. But what we did see and what she was doing is she was stretching down many of her appointments by an extra 10–15 minutes, in some cases by 30 minutes. And she wasn't working to commercial time, and she was stretching down these appointment times, but she wasn't charging for that extra time. So in effect, she was working for free for all of those times. Now, when we actually cut back and we put her to commercial time, she was only 50–60% utilised. And this is really not profitable. So what we had to do is we had to put in a training plan to cut her down, help her work towards commercial time. Where she did want that extra time for treatments and services, she had to put in an extra time fee. And this then very quickly helped her to become utilised and hit her target and commission. But this is the thing, this is where you really need to troubleshoot exactly what is going on and uncover exactly what the root cause of the problem is, and not just look at the surface level and not just look at if it's the target. You need to really get into the core of that problem and see what's going on. And step number 3, is your commission structure actually motivating your team? Is the benefit, is the reward actually something that they even want? So many times I go into salons and I talk to the team and I ask them about commission, I ask them about all of those structures, and they're very blasé and they're like, yeah, it's not what motivates them, it's not their desire. And if they're not motivated, or if they don't desire the benefit that you've put in place, they're not going to work hard to get it. And this is where sometimes what you have to realise is that some people value time more than money. Maybe, an extra commission fee isn't what motivates them. Maybe if they hit their target, they would rather have a half a day off, an extra day off, finish early on a Friday. You need to meet with your team, and you need to really understand all of your team members, and you need to understand what does motivate them, because it's not going to be the same for all of them. We have salons who have put in gym memberships, who have put in perk boxes, who have put in different things other than just a standard monetary gain, because for some people that isn't going to be what motivates them. That's not going to be what spurs them on each and every day. So you need to have that meeting with your team. You need to understand what it is that motivates them. Have you asked them? I want you to comment in the comments below. Have you asked your team what they would like? Would it be going to an event, going on a particular training? What would they want to motivate and keep them focused in the salon each and every day? So I want to go over a quick recap with you, because I understand I gave you a lot of information in a short space of time. So the 3 strategies to troubleshoot are making sure that your prices and your targets are correct. Making sure that you broke them down into tiny pieces so that they have an hourly target that they can work to step by step and see it as a really small goal rather than a really large, overwhelming monthly goal. Number 2 was to check your utilization, make sure that they're working to commercial time and make sure that they are actually busy enough in order to hit those targets. And if not, then you need to focus and teach them marketing strategies to help them build their column. And step number 3, find out what motivates them. Again, it might not always be a monetary gain, it might be something else. So really get to know your team, get to the crux of what really motivates them, what desires they have, and how you can help them get towards their goals. If you found this video, please let me know by giving it a like and comment helpful below. In the description below, you'll find links to all of our social media channels where you can come and be part of our salon owners community, where we share lots more ideas, tips, and really useful information to help you to grow your salon and increase your profit. Now, if you would like help to launch salon targets into your business and make sure that all of your team members are easily hitting their targets, then I would love to invite you to book a free 50-minute business consultation with my team. During this call, my team member will be able to dive in really deep and get to an awesome understanding of your business, where you currently are in your business, the goals that you have for your business, and how we can help you to achieve those goals in the fastest time possible. Now, these calls are for motivated, driven, ambitious salon owners who are ready to invest in themselves and invest in their business, work with us, and smash their goals. So if that's you, in the description below, you can see a link to my team's calendar. You can choose a date and a time to suit you to speak with one of my team. Make sure that you put this time and date in your calendar and that you are in a quiet, suitable environment to take this business meeting. You'll then be asked to complete a short survey so that my team can get to know you and your business prior to this call so that they can prepare and really dive in deep for these 50 minutes to get to know you and your business. So check out the description below, book a call with my team, and to your success, I look forward to speaking with you soon.